future me, editing me. Well, it's been a long month of editing me. Today is posting me. Today is New Year's Eve, and this is the last video of the year, and I'm so proud of this video. Mostly I'm proud to be done with this video. It's taken almost a month of editing, mostly because there's some weird glitch happening with just this video parts, where when I reload my editing software, the sound is jacked up on every single little clip, and I have to click each one and resync it, and then rewatch the whole thing, which is an hour, and then go to export, and then every time it's like you don't have enough room. So then I have to just be like, put you over there, come back to you when I'm ready to watch this thing again. So I've watched this about 6 times the whole way through, just to make sure the sound lines up and all the little trinkets line up. So a ramble on top of a ramble. Okay, I don't want to go too long, but I'm doing okay. So I'm just really excited to be done, to have this out of the way, to make room for more stuff in my head, on my channel, in my tablet. A really nice lady adopted us for Christmas and gave us way more than I ever thought she would, and a memory stick was on there, and she got me this super fancy memory stick that goes to the Mac, special for Mac, and it's huge, and I can't be more grateful. I don't even know what to say. I've been so nervous to tell her what all that meant to me. Like the dollhouse she got my daughter, Gwen loves it. It's amazing. It's these little critters. They have a dollhouse and a car and like little backstories and like a map of their little village. I keep forgetting to look at the troll. Yeah. So I just have this really like weight lifted off my shoulders feeling. Jakey Poo is, I wonder if you can see him. Can you see him? Ha! The bathroom is a mess because Gwen has really taken to the shower. She takes like 4 1-minute showers a day at least. She just comes in here now and starts it up. There's stuff everywhere. The rest of the mess is him taking stuff out of the trash and eating it like a dog. He likes to eat cardboard because he's a snot. And anyway, Happy New Year. I really hope you can make it through the video if you're interested in things I have to say. It is quite rambly, but at the time that was the point. So it is what it is. I'm just really excited that this like journey is finally like taking off, and I know that has a lot to do with me actually like just doing stuff and making an effort and getting the right equipment, but it's just really nice. It feels really nice. I've wanted to do this for so long. My old videos, for some reason still say 2 years old. Those are almost 4 years old, those videos. Me and making the fire pit and the pool. Those are old. I've been trying for a long time. I also have like on my old computer that's dead, like actual full edited videos I never posted out of just because, that are definitely 4 years old. So it's a long time coming. I'm really excited, and yeah, I hope you get anything out of the video ahead. Feel free to, check out if the ramble gets too much. Promise the baby only cries for a second. Yeah, enjoy. Or not. Mom hair. Definitely should have done that before I hit record because I wasn't planning on editing this video. Maybe I still won't. Mom life. So, I don't have a plan for this video. This is me, say, dipping my toes into, like, social commentary. I've come to the well, I've always known I have a lot to say on a lot of subjects. And, I was always under the impression no one wants to hear a GD thing I have to say. But then also, I have to remind myself that I watch commentary channels nearly all day, every day. Commentary channels, react channels, that's my jib. Like, when I'm not rewatching some nostalgia show and I'm home with the kids, which is all the time, that's what I'm doing. That's what's on the TV. We have a Roku. I watch YouTube on there nearly constantly. I don't even... If I ever have to go back and find a video on my watched list, it's a nightmare. That's how much I watch YouTube. So, I'm trying not to feel too self-conscious about rambling, because this video is really just for me. If anyone else sees it, neat, cool. And I don't really expect to say anything super inspirational or revelation, like new, like no, that's not what this is about. This is me doing something I've wanted to do, first. Second, I just really, Rosie, what are you doing? Hey! Oh, well, there's Rosie. Olive! Olive, what in the world were you doing in the kitchen? Licking her chops. Some piece of parchment paper probably fell on the ground or something. Scavengers. Dirty, rotten scavengers. Look at them. Scrounging around. Eating puppers. So... if I do make more of these that are planned, she probably won't be in them. She tends to pop into the impromptu, she's trying to get the dog, impromptu videos a bunch. I feel like she can feel when I'm recording and she insists on participating. So... I just wanted to talk about Pride life, being trans inclusive, trans supportive, every other kind of supportive, inclusive that we can be. And actually, it was really, really funny, because before I even heard Elliot Page's big news, I had just got a UV resin, like, to play with, and I legit, the first thing I started doing was trans pride stuff. Look, I made rings, I made self-defense rings, fuck a bitch up, like... That was legit the first thing I did. I made a mermaid's tail. I really like this one, has the confetti in it. Can you see it? It's really cute. Anyway, I just thought that was serendipitous. And so here we are. 4 minutes in. I have a very, very small channel. I end up with a lot of views on my review videos, and I think I mean, that's for the reason I put them up, is people deserve to know whether a product is going to be decent or not before they spend money on it. And I've only done 2, but I have a lot more planned. Those get a lot of views. They're not my... I would say if I ever get monetized, they will be my, say, bread and butter, as in they'll make more money than other videos. But for me, that's not my bread and butter. That's not what I'm in it for. I don't know why. I just like to do a little of everything. That's just who I am. And that's what this channel is going to be, and I finally embraced it. I kept hearing from seasoned YouTubers that variety channels do not do well. If you want to make money on YouTube, blah, 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 you need to really have this specific channel, and this specific channel, and this specific channel. And I wanted to do that. It was just so insanely overwhelming to think about having to be on a schedule, having to channel my creativity in specific directions at specific times, because that's not how my brain works. My brain gets bored, sees an opportunity, and goes, ooh, let me make something. Or I need something, and I'm like, ooh, let me make it, because I don't want to spend money or go to the store. Even if I have money, I don't want to go to the store. If I have anything in this workshop table cabinets thingy that I got here, I'll use that instead. Let's just say I watched a lot of MacGyver as a child. I actually don't even remember that much MacGyver, but I know I watched a lot of it. So she's teething like crazy. Cranky baby. We might have to pause. So this is obviously kind of a long video, a good ramble. But I wanted to talk about Elliot Page and his big news and how proud I am. And I'm gonna get emotional. See? Because I can't help it. I just immediately go right to all the people who still feel trapped or try and live their best life and be themselves and get attacked or murdered. So, I'll admit, I was questioning for a while when I was younger, whether I wanted to be who I was, the body I was born into. I have a lot of issues being a girl. It turns out that that's were issues put upon me by my environment. And I kind of broke down to the Hubbers last night, and I was like, I want to be pretty. I want to wear dresses and put on makeup and do my nails, and that was always something I had to keep hidden. And that there's a lot of reasons behind that, and not hardly any of them make sense. Like, I mean, whenever do your parents' issues make sense? Yeah. So, the trans issues have always hit very close to my heart. And I went to a very progressive high school. We had a very, like, considering most high schools, we had a very large LGBTQ community. And I got to be a part of that on the fringe. I never really admitted then to being a part of that community. If you haven't seen my other video on mental health, I am pansexual, and that took a long time for me to figure out, because I knew I didn't fit into gay, straight, or bi. I couldn't figure out. I was like, I had just everything. Okay, that's not a thing. But now it's a thing. There's a name, and a flag, and colors, and it's insane that how much just one little word put into your inner vocabulary can change at least a huge chunk of how you feel about yourself. And so that's why I am so stinking proud of Elliot Page coming out and transitioning. And I think it's really, really cool that he is just still gonna play the same character. So I expect, I guess I should start expecting thumbs downs for things like crying babies or filming in vertical. Because I've been getting random thumbs downs on some of my videos, and I have no idea why. I'd like to know, is it my voice? Is it the camera angle? Is it how I walk around with the camera? I don't. Constructive criticism would be appreciated. But I guess anybody could thumbs down it for any reason, especially a whining, crying child, because people are going to be like, why can't you just put her down? Come back without her. Yeah, well, I have a thing where if I don't finish something, I don't come back to it. So I'm trying to push through here. So if anyone has that issue with me, I don't want you here anyway. I have hardly any views on my videos anyway, and I've come to the conclusion, I don't care. I'm making these videos for me. This is something I want to do. I want to be a voice actor. I want to be a director. I want to be an editor. I want to sing. I want to do art in every single possible form. That's just who I am, and that's who I've always been. I have always wanted to learn every single form of art, metalwork, glasswork. Give it to me, all of it. Give it. Pottery, I said pottery for 12 years. Like, I want all the knowledge. All the knowledge. I'll absorb all of it. What you got for me? And that goes to say, I don't mind being corrected if you are respectful and the correction is accurate. I don't need more misinformation if I'm already wrong. Okay? Just saying. Just throwing that out there in case anyone, sees this and subscribes and sees a future in my channel, which I am hoping for. I am not looking to make money anymore because so that became a mindset of mine after being homeless. And I got stuck on it. I really, really, really got stuck on it. I got stuck on trying to figure out how to make this channel profitable to the point where it took me 4 years to put any real creative effort into it. In that whole 4 years, I could have had a following, been monetized, and been making even chump change, which would have been a huge step up from nothing. But, ambitions and expectations, they get in the way. So I've come to the conclusion that working part-time, working on 2 real-life businesses that I really want to work out, that this is for fun. This is for relaxation, recreation. This is just for me to live my life the way I want to. I'm out naked without the baby, so you have to get puppers in your face. Baby's having a bottle. She's got tummy allergies. She's been colicky pretty much the entire time. She's 5 months old now. It's been hard. And the worst part is being the mom who has to hear her screaming in pain all the time. Because there's nothing I can do. I just have to keep doing what I'm doing. But it doesn't always help. And sometimes it's hours. And it's heart-wrenching. It's terrible. Why? She's licking the table. It's probably giving you guys weird sound effects. Stop. Olive. She's so weird. She is 11 years old. She just thinks she's gonna get some coffee. That's why she's all anxious licking, because she's like, why can't I have the coffee? Because we're filming a video. So, during that slight intermission, I shouldn't have hit play. There was a reason I paused that video to do my video, because I wanted to feel happy before the rage set in, and then, see, I'm all ragey and itchy now. Let's just say anti-trans propaganda makes me want to Hulk out if I had the ability. We'll just leave it at that. And the quote, "biology doesn't care about your feelings," was thrown out there pretty much immediately. And you know what? A lot of people that say that sentence are anti-vaxxers. I'm just gonna leave that there, in case anyone understands where I'm coming from. If you're confused, you might be part of the problem. And this is my first step into not giving a crap whether I offend anybody. That's what this video is about. It's gonna be long, it's gonna be a whole ramble, and I don't care. I mean, I care. But that's the whole point of this video. At this moment, I'm making the choice to make this video about letting go. I have a lot of control issues. I have a lot of like legit OCD that I've never been treated for. So this is about letting go. I'm a data hoarder also. So even like when I complete videos that are like 20 minutes long, post them on YouTube, they're viewable, get views, I cannot delete them off my phone. Not the finished edited version, not the chunks of unedited video. I can't. I like need them. And that's causing a lot of problems making content, because I have nowhere to put all this data, because I don't have a laptop, I don't have a PC, and every memory card issue I've tried, like, set up, I've tried, failed. I have a 2 terabyte external hard drive just chilling in the drawer over here with nothing on it, because I cannot figure out how to hook it up to anything. Anyway, I think where I left off with the baby screaming, this is going to be a mildly edited version, video. I always say that, and then there's lots of little things everywhere. I don't know how this one's going to look. I want to leave as much of the rambling in as possible, because this is just who I am, and if I'm going to be doing commentary content, this is pretty much what you're going to get. So, kind of like what Rachel Oates says, let's just have a good ramble. I love her. That's another YouTube cozy spot. You're pretty much gonna hear a shout out in almost every video I make, no matter what the content is, just because that's how much I've immersed myself into the YouTube world. Now I'm trying to weasel my way into the YouTube community, because it's a community, and that's what I want. My review videos are for frick-fracking everybody. Craft videos, for frick-fracking everybody. Reaction videos, that's if you like me in the hubs. And she's licking my knee now instead of the table, and I'm about to throw her across the living room. Stop! Why are you licking everything? She's having so much anxiety right now, and I don't understand why. No, I do understand why, because she wants my coffee and can't understand why she can't have it. See? She knows there's a camera there. She's ignoring you. She's trying to. Smart ass. Don't ever get a Chihuahua unless you want a dog that acts like an adult human child. And if you've had a chihuahua, you know that sentence makes sense. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, I'm embracing my desire to have an everything channel. I'm embracing different forms of editing, different kinds of content. I'm embracing the fact that only 5 people are going to watch this video, and that's okay. I'm cool with it. I'm embracing the fact that if someone gives me a thumbs down, it's probably because of the screaming baby, or filming in vertical, or they don't like my face, or my voice, or my glasses. I've noticed people thumb down videos for the randomest things. And comment too. I was always things I was worried about, and I was always like trying to plan ahead to prevent all that stuff. In a weird way, it correlates to my brain, how my brain interprets getting like attention on the street. If you're wearing baggy clothes and messed up hair, you won't get catcalled. It's a lie. It depends on where you are and who's around. I guess we can say that about YouTube. It depends on where you are, as in which kind of content the video is, and who's around, who happens to click on it. Not everyone is going to like the same things, and I know that, and I knew that. It's just putting that into reality. And I know that has a lot to do with, like, my OCD and mostly my self-esteem issues. Like, I got a sponsor on Instagram. I can't wait to show you all the jewelry and give you the discount code on my next review video, which is going to be of the LG washer and dryer. That's super exciting, right? That's like a big step in being a creator. I don't want to be an influencer. Don't do what I do. I'm a do as I say, not as I do kind of person. Been through some life. I mean, you can do what I do, especially with the crafting and stuff. That's the whole point of those videos. I don't know what I'm saying by that. You know what I mean. My brain shut down. That's one of my self-esteem issues too. When I'm second guessing what I'm saying, or start thinking that what I'm saying is dumb or stupid, my brain literally starts to shut down. I think Jimmy Snow said the other day the word is dissociation. I don't like how quickly I do that. Especially when I'm making videos. It makes the rambles a lot longer, because then I have these long pauses where I have to like catch up. Like, it's like pulling a book out of the shelf and finding where you left off without a bookmark. Like, my brain will just put all the books back on the shelf with no bookmarks. And I'll have to be like, Dick, which book was that? Which page? Which sentence? But that's the point of this video, isn't it? To let go, to have a ramble, and to talk about things that matter. There we go. Things that matter. I guess all these things really matter if you're going through them, which is the point of being open about these things. That's why I really admire a lot of the people that I do on YouTube. There are a lot of people that are open about their struggles. I don't really like the candy-coated life. I don't want to see your gold-plated Mercedes hit rims. I really don't. I want to see the fucking scars. I want to hear the stories. I want to know shit matters. Here we are. Like I was saying, real life matters, which is why it was just so easy for me to delete Facebook for the millionth time to make more room for this video. I wonder how many minutes I'll get out of one app. Facebook's like the biggest, though, out of the ones you can delete, so we'll see. So, we're like probably almost 20 minutes into this video, and I'm finally getting to the subject at hand. This is feeling like a live stream. I'm not approved for live streams yet, or I probably would have live streamed this, to be honest. I feel like that's something I'm gonna want to do once in a while, just when I don't want to edit, and when I have like a little something to say. A little something to say. I am blown away by the world we live in. A lot of people are focusing on the tragedies and the struggles. And for the people involved in those tragedies and struggles, oh, I 100% understand. Like I said, I've felt homeless for 4 years, even though I've been in HUD housing for 4 years. We had like 6 months of being really homeless. But because of the way HUD housing is structured, I do not feel secure. Like, that's something that took up a lot of my life. I did not... I 100% checked out of fucking politics the last 3 years. I could not handle it. I couldn't handle it, and it fucking hurt too much because I have way too much love and empathy for nearly everyone on the planet. I have no sympathy for Nazis or hate without a reason. If you have a fucking reason to hate somebody, cool, hate them. But if you've never met the fucking person, never spoken a word to them, and you have some arbitrary reason to hate them, I have no tolerance for that. I'll hang out with you. I'll smoke with you in the garage. I'll have some whiskey. We'll listen to some music. And if we ever get around to that part of the conversation, I'm not gonna let you just get away with it. That's the point. Like, you cannot get people to see past the hate with more hate. That just puts up way more walls. It's hard because I get defensive, I get angry. I don't want to hear that shit. But if you do not argue your point, if you do not make your point calmly and rationally with empathy to the other person, no one's ever gonna listen. They're not gonna listen because it feels dismissive. Like, this is something I could say about relationships too. Your partner is coming to you with an issue, and you don't, and they're asking you for help. Now they're being very specific about how they want help. I need time to myself to decompress. I'm overwhelmed. And your solution is to go in the kitchen and wash a bunch of dishes because you think the dishes are stressing that person out. That may be helpful on one tiny little level, but it is 100% dismissive to what that person said. You cannot change my mind on that. You did not hear what that person said. That person said they wanted time. It was a very specific request. And you made the assumption that you knew better, so you went and did this thing. It's the same thing when you're trying to get someone to understand why what they're saying is hateful and unacceptable. Alright, well now I'm on a roll. I am going to delete as many apps as it takes to finish this video because now I'm feeling that thing I feel when I'm at home and I'm making a point to my husband and he's heard it 100 times and he's like, yeah, no dude, you're right. And I'm like, I know, I just have to say it because it's in me to say it. Now, I'm not going to say I made this person love trans people. Or when I will say I got them to get past the that's not God's will, That's not natural. They have no right to change their own bodies, even though plastic surgery has been a thing since like the 20s. It was a whole big thing. It was those walls. Those walls you want to shut down, but you can't. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. I don't know. It's kind of like how when a dam breaks, it doesn't break all at once with a bulldozer or a wrecking ball. When a dam is about to break, it is because there was a crack and water started to get through. And in this instance, the water I'm talking about is love and empathy for another person. Once that love and empathy starts to trickle in, there's no stopping it. We are pack animals. We are a community creature. We do not thrive alone in the woods. Even the people who do thrive alone in the woods will tell you the trees are their best friends. The animals are their best friends. The sky, the moon are their companions. That counts. Sorry. I wanted to be that hermit in the woods. I feel very connected to nature and the world. And then I stumbled into a family and dogs and all kinds of creatures. So I'm overwhelmed nearly 100% of my life, but I wouldn't get rid of anybody or anything I have, except maybe it's some of the struggles, mostly money struggles. Honestly, the money struggles just make everything more sharp. That's why a lot of, like, if you do a case history on marriages and divorce, I would gather to reason a significant chunk of that starts small with arguing about money and stress and being overwhelmed by work, by kids, by money. I swear, I am all about universal income, especially since I grew up watching Star Trek, and I understand that the way our world is going, technology is going to take away nearly all the jobs, nearly all of them. And that's actually something we should be aspiring towards. That doesn't make people insignificant. That gives us more time to focus on the things that make us individuals, make us people and humans versus worker drones and animals. Like, art would be like the thing, and that's already sort of happening. Like, I get really overwhelmed with not being special anymore. Like, I was the artist kid in where I grew up. Like, I was the weird one, the artist, the one who does art. Like, now everybody does art, and I have this thing where it's like, well, what's the point of me doing it if everyone else does it? It was never really taught to me in my heart that music, art, being creative is something you do to survive, is something you do to feel real. That wasn't drilled into me. It was something you do to make money. That was drilled into me. Every painting I ever painted, I had someone, a very specific someone, telling me that it was wonderful, it was great, it was fabulous, I should sell it, I should paint 3 a week and just sell them for like $30, and you'd be making this much a week, and you'd be making this much a month, and then you'd be doing this, and you could live off being an artist, and blah 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 blah. That whittled away my creativity like Like, just like shaving a pencil. Just one fucking shave at a time. Just whittled it down to nothing. It's been really hard these last few years, wanting to be a creator on YouTube and trying to fight this feeling of what's the point? Why? Who cares? No one's gonna care. They have their own shit to deal with. They have their own things to make. What can I possibly make that no one has ever made before? I'm trying to get over that. A lot of this being perseverant with YouTube is trying to get over that. I know I'm moving my hands a lot. It's because I'm really anxious talking about this. This is really, like, deep-seated issues. And a lot of it goes with, you know, accepting other people for who they are, what makes them happy. Like, instead of being, I was pretty much trained to be jealous of everybody at all times. And just to accept the fact that you'll never have those things or be those things. Like, that's what I was trained for. She was using the table as a pillow. I need to wrap this up. I'm all the way down to deleting YouTube Studios. And that's not even a big app, so I'm probably going to get 2 minutes out of this round of deleting things. I honestly, the rambling was the point of this video, but I'm getting stuck again on what's the point, who cares, who's gonna listen. It's another good reason to wrap it up, I guess. I just love looking at her. I've had her since she was a puppy, and I just still stare at her all the dang time. I'm a grumpy old lady. Getting back to, like, the social commentary part of things. Oh yeah, my story about, like, transforming an anti-transer. It's not a... Okay, it is a big deal because that person did grow as a person and their views grew, and it was so hard, but it was so rewarding. And she's licking the table again. Alright, I am so confused. Okay, so if anyone does legitimately watch this whole video and knows anything about Apple,
why are they staying together so hard?
There's Gwen. Can you don't touch, do not touch those. I'm gonna have to rescue my UV red. She's been looking for every single opportunity possible to steal the UV flashlight that I got for the resin. It's not even that powerful, it takes forever, but it's gonna blind her. That's for sure. It's not good for your eyeballs. And she likes to, like, with the flashlights. Children. I actually legit have no idea where I left off this time. Oh yeah, the phone storage. Please explain to me something. I don't understand. I'm very good at learning things and understanding technical things, and it's really bothering me that I cannot figure out what to do with the memory situation. I just caved, and it's hurt. This goes with what I said earlier, my data hoarding instinct. I just caved and turned off the iCloud. So this one's not gonna get uploaded to the iCloud. But what that did was apparently take a bunch of stuff off my phone that didn't need to be there. I say apparently because I don't trust it. I don't trust it for a second. I'm terrified of losing footage. But I had to. I ran out of apps to delete, and I really want to finish this video. It's going to be really long and really probably annoying at this point. Like, how many times have I had to stop it and recollect my thoughts? I'm trying to think of like a final message or a way to like wrap this up, but I really lost my flow having to fucking stop it like 3 times that quickly. It's really disappointing, and it makes me want to delete all the footage. Like, this was an exercise in letting go. I'm not doing well with this exercise. I'm doing all my nervous tics, aren't I? I'm picking at my teeth and clicking my hands. Now she's on the floor licking a blanket. This chihuahua. Oh. She looked at me like, how dare you tell them what I'm doing? I don't know why my teeth are bothering me so much right now. Probably just nerves. Alright. I need to go pick up a baby swing. I need to pay some bills. I need to collect my thoughts. I need to finish this video. Basically, let's get all the way back around to Elliot Page. Because I got really thrown off by watching that like 10 seconds of hate footage. And it just messed me all up. Because I really did want to just enjoy the news. And be proud of someone and be happy for someone. And then the rage set in. And now my brain is tired. And now the sadness is setting in. And now I'm probably gonna cry on the way to picking up the baby swing from Facebook Marketplace. It's my first Facebook Marketplace purchase. Let's see how it goes. Scary. I just want anyone who watches this video, who is in the community, she was licking on my feet because she is a lunatic and I don't know what's up with her right now. Honestly, she can probably feel my nerves because she's been my emotional support dog for 10 years. She does not do anything with it. She will not let me hold her when I'm crying. She won't come anywhere near me when I'm upset. She just feels everything I do. And I have to have her around because I'm extremely attached. It's mostly what it is. So anyone going through any of these issues, homelessness, LGBT issues, coming out to family, figuring out who you are in your 30s instead of when you're 13. Like, I wanted to be a goth kid. Me and my mom shopped at Hot Topics all the time. I just never let myself buy anything. I had one pair of big black pants, and I had very specific places I would wear them. I never did my hair pink or green or cut it crazy or pierce my face, or I have one tattoo that I designed I hate because the guy was a jerk. He wasn't listening and was lazy. To be honest, that's what pisses me off the most about my tattoo, is he was just straight up lazy. Just straight up lazy about it. And if anyone watches this and wants to hear that story, just give me a comment. I have no problem telling that story. I still love the idea I had for my tattoo. I still want it again somewhere else, done by someone else. But I need this thing covered up. But it's big and it's dark and I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. You can see it on some of my older videos where I'm outside with less self-esteem issues with a tank top. I think the pool video and the fireplace video, the fire pit video, I think those you can see it the most. Yeah, I don't really know where I need to go with this video, except just tell you to keep going. I have suicidal tendencies all the time. I have not gotten them to go away in a very long time. And a lot of my issues are everyone would be better off without me. I am a burden. I am just annoying. All those horrible things your inner self learns to tell you when you grow up in certain environments. So if you're going through any of those issues, you are not alone. On my mental health video, in the description of that, there are a number of phone numbers. I have a handwritten list from Facebook I will put here with a bunch of phone numbers. My one little editing trick of the video. Write down what you need to. Pause it if you have to. And it's here to come back to. I'm pretty sure these numbers are for the US. It doesn't really specify. It didn't really specify on the post either. It just was there. So, like I was saying about misinformation earlier, do feel free to tell me if any of these numbers are bullshit, because I would rather correct it and give you guys the right numbers for the right kind of help, for real help, because I have a problem reaching out for help. I have a problem accepting help. I have a problem asking for help. Anything that seems helpful, I refuse. Can I brew you a cup of coffee? That's like the first thing I've accepted from my husband in years. I'm like, yes, please. And it's the first thing I'm able to ask for in years is, hey, can you brew me a cup of coffee? Oh, she's having an OCD moment. Something's not going right. You're not alone. Be yourself. Be happy. If you're OCD, understand you're not alone. If you're autistic and overwhelmed, you're not alone. And people love you and understand you. Anyone who's an adult autistic person and feels completely isolated in the world, you're not. We exist. I'm on the spectrum somewhere. I've just never been diagnosed. If you really need a community to follow, for someone with autism, an adult with autism, Agony Autie, A-U-T-I-E, on Facebook. She is a gem, and she is very open about her struggles. And then if you have a child with autism, and you need a community to follow, Finding Cooper's Voice on Facebook and YouTube. She doesn't do YouTube as much as she used to. She's on Facebook every day. She's an advocate, she's a mom, she's an inspiration, to be honest, and she doesn't think so, which is actually what makes her more of an inspiration for us self-doubters. Your people are out there. I am pretty much on YouTube looking for my people. Even if you just like my eyes, because apparently I have pretty eyes, that's what people tell me. Stick around. Maybe you'll find something that matters. Now the little one's having a bad dream. You're really getting a taste of my life here, aren't you? YouTube. Hang on. Okay, Mama. Say goodbye to people. Don't be sad. that? Oh, there we go. Does that feel better? All right. Oh. She's teething like crazy. On top of having super gas bubbles. And she's tired. Yeah, you see the camera? You're trying to be happy for the camera. Well, you don't have to be. We're doing real life today. This is like just 40 minutes of my life put up for the world to see. With some commentary thrown in. Struggling mamas need to know they're not alone, right? Yeah, struggling mamas aren't alone. They're everywhere. There we go. So, now I look a hot mess. I looked a hot mess at the beginning. Now I'm even more so. This is pretty much what I look like all the time. Just, I love you. If you exist, I love you. Like I said, I have no tolerance for Nazis. That doesn't mean I want them to like, unless they're a legit psychopathic person who tortures others. I don't have any desire for anyone to be suffering or in pain. I just want people to be happy. Mostly because I don't know how. I find that a lot. Those of us who don't know how really, really want other people to be happy, especially if they know how. If you know how to be happy for yourself and you're not doing it, please find a way to do it. It's so important, and honestly, you would be doing the world a favor, because anyone who's like me in your life that sees you will learn from you. You can teach others just by being yourself. The more green hair I see, yeah, it makes me jealous. Yeah, it makes me feel not special to have green hair. But the more comfortable it makes me feel with the idea of having green hair or purple. You know what I mean? The more we see other people living their true selves, the more we feel comfortable living our true self. And I'm 34 years old now. I don't have a thing with age. I just have a thing with wasted time and wasted life and missed opportunities. I have a thing with missed opportunities. So the fact that I can look back on my life now and see where it could have been different is hard. That part's really hard. But let's just say I'm a 34-year-old, 13-year-old who's coming into whoever it is I'm supposed to be. And who I could have been the whole time. And yeah, everyone changes. Everyone has phases in their life. I just feel like I'm late to the party. You know what I mean? Like, who's this 34-year-old mom trying to be a goth, like, model? Like, who she thinks she is? Especially with that double chin. Like, I imagine these things are gonna come up, and that's part of the process. Trying to keep going. And that's a lot of what this particular video is about. And that's why I understand it's probably not going to get any views, especially because of how long it is now. I was really thinking like a good ramble would be about a 25-minute video. Not 40. I do understand why people do like live streams now. Like scheduled live streams. Like, this is a specifically scheduled time for me to ramble as much as I want to. I'm into it. I think I want to do that. I guess the last thing I'll say, because I need to help the baby, I need to go pick up that chair, I need to stop the dog from whatever the heck she's doing. Last thing I want to say is, I guess, about the channel. Again, we are going to be adding, to me it's adding another thing to the same thing, because He Skates, She Creates is a cross-platform, not personality, but family persona, we'll say. So we have our Instagram, we have a Twitter we never used that I want to start using again, mostly because I have things to say to people. And then we're on YouTube, and now we're going to be on Patreon. So I'm not sure when. I'm sure I'll make an announcement video for that, since those seem to be my jibs lately. But on the Patreon are going to be early releases for the reaction videos, early releases for the review videos. Excuse me, I don't know where. That was like a hiccup, a hibber. I hate those. At least that one wasn't painful. I'm going to do early releases, so one day early on Patreon. It's going to be donation only. I'm not adding tiers or layers, at least not right away. Later on, if I do audiobooks, I will charge per book, not per chapter. And it's only going to be like $3 a book, which is like 20 hours of reading. And so, just because that's something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. I've wanted to read audiobooks. That's just something I've wanted to do, voice acting, and I just love reading to people. I loved reading in class. I love reading articles to my husband, even though he doesn't listen. And I wanted to always just read the books, even chapter books, to my kids. She might let me. Gwen doesn't let me. I don't particularly like my voice. So I don't know if anyone else is going to go for that. But if you are, if you're interested, those things will also be on Patreon. The copyright-free stories that I'll be reading off of the Gutenberg Project website will be on YouTube as well, just not right away. And then also, we are going to be live streaming our reactions to full videos, just because I have no capacity to edit a full movie review. Plus, then you'll get to see our whole reaction, the dogs, the kids, the chaos. If that's something you're interested in, that will be there as well. I need to finish the Ratchet reaction part 2, and then once I figure out memory issues, we're going to film. We've been legitimately hoarding the trailer to the new Craft Legacy movie. Neither of us were, except watching it. We both refused to watch it, and I didn't know he was doing that until I was like, okay, we're not gonna do reaction videos for like a long time, and he was like, oh, but, and I was like, really? So, looks like something we actually get to do together. So when we get around to it, we'll do react to that trailer, and then that's the first movie I want to do a review to on the Patreon. And I think I'm stuck on the Patreon thing just because of the whole copyright strikes issue regarding YouTube, and I really don't have any room in my brain to handle that. So we're branching out. We're adding a Patreon. She was watching my dancing phalanges. Dancing phalanges. I have officially said goodbye, like, for the last 15 minutes. Because this chunk of video is 20 minutes long, and I had already had 20 minutes of footage, at least. Like, I think I said it in one of my other videos, too. Maybe I haven't edited that one yet. I just hate saying goodbye. Especially when it feels like I'm actually hanging out for that. Okay, well, she's got her bottle back. She'll be happy again for like 30 seconds. Maybe now I can actually focus long enough to say goodbye and wrap things up. But I just wanted to throw out there in case anyone who does watch this thinks this. I am not jumping on the Elliot Page bandwagon just to get views. That's, if you go down the list of my videos, you can see that is not something I do. And you can see that that's not my goal. I am view orientated only because I want to know that what I'm making is worth something to anybody. So, and the only thing I have to go off of right now are my view counts. But I'm not view orientated in any way as into clickbait or tag along on issues. In fact, a lot of the issues that I do want to talk about are kind of older issues for that reason. I do not like jumping on bandwagons, or I at least don't like being accused of it. Especially if it's something I legitimately have something to say about. I'm not jumping on any bandwagon, I'm just saying what I have to say. So, don't think that, and if you do, sorry, I don't have any way to change that opinion because I already said what I have to say about it. Just be freaking nice to each other, or at least respectful of each other. That's just straight up what it is. I notice a lot of these people who are completely 100% disrespectful of people living different kinds of lifestyles, living with different religions, living in sin, whatever that means. And now the neighbor child is screaming. Can you hear that? That's insane. It's just not so. I don't even remember where I left off. I just remembered that was the next statement. A lot of this, I think I've said that like 100 times this video. I don't know where I left off. Like, that should be my catchphrase. Maybe I'll put one of those little ticker things for fun. Just, yeah, like a lot of the people who are completely disrespectful and disgusting to other people who have nothing to do with them are the ones who in their own life with people they interact with would be screaming about disrespect for the littlest things. That's just something I've noticed. I'm not saying it's everybody, of course not. I'm just saying it happens more than is reasonable. If you are screaming for respect in all sorts of very specific controlling ways in your own life, and you refuse to give that to anyone else in your life or outside of your life.
29.
Hello. We're on YouTube. Want to say hi? No, don't stop it. I was in the middle of a sentence. And there goes your sister again. Okay, let's say goodbye. Everybody heard what I have to say anyway. I've rambled plenty. Bye, everybody. Be happy. Be who you want to be. Kiss your baby. Bye. You say bye? Bye. Thank you. Yeah, bye. Good job.